Today I'm going to be talking about my film Icarus, which is a short film that I chose to make. The story. My film Icarus is about a young man called Vince. He starts at the bottom. He tries to find a normal job because he does not want to turn to a life of crime, robbing, selling drugs. He doesn't want to do that. And on his job search he just keeps getting rejected. He can't get a real job. No one will take him because of his background. So he decides that he doesn't want to be a thief, a drug dealer. That's not on his plate. And he comes across this man who gives him tips on scamming. So he starts small scamming, phone scamming, just little jobs, until he works his way up and starts doing big jobs, and he's earning lots of money and of course gaining attention by the police. After a few years of scamming, he's got a big house and he's gaining a sort of name for himself. And a man called Robert calls him to ask him to help him with a job. They complete this job by taking all the money out of the bank, and after they've done this, he doesn't give Robert any of the money and scams him as well, whose idea it was to make the job, do the job. And after this, Robert reports him to the police. They find out. They go straight to his house and try and arrest him. But Vince, being the guy that he is sort of learned a few bad things over the years to protect himself. There's a huge shootout with the police, and he kills one of the detectives that are trying to arrest him. He then drives away and the police chase him. There is a car chase and more backup arrives to chase him, and Vince is arrested. And that's sort of the plot of this film. Story. Character choices. The characters that I needed the actors that I needed to play the roles for the main character, for example, is I needed someone tall and could be tough looking in certain situations. So I chose an actor called Charlie Campbell, who is Vince, my main character, because he is tall and he can look fairly tough in certain situations. And for the other characters, I had a policeman that is killed during a fight in one of my films, and I needed him to be smaller, not as physically able as my main character, to make it believable that he would not win in that fighting situation. I use a very large variety of locations in my film. These are just a few of them from one scene of the film. I use lots of sort of outside shots. Most of them are outside. I did use a lot of inside shots, but I haven't got any images to show you. The reason I show you so many different locations is because I wanted to differentiate the scenes in the film so that they seemed completely separate from the other parts of the film. I chose to enter my film to the Rain Dance Film Festival because of the thousands of people that go to it each year, which will help my film get noticed and gain attention by other filmmakers. The Rain Dance Film Festival can also qualify you for the Oscar or BAFTA awards, which would be amazing because it is extremely hard to get into those types of awards. That's not right. Target audience. Well, I've chosen the target audience of 12 to 18 years old. The reason that I've chosen this target audience age is because I feel like action films are the most popular in these age ranges. 12 to 18 year olds, I sent out a survey to 12 to 18 year olds, and what I got from the feedback is that they like lots of fast paced action shots, which is what I wanted in my film. I wanted to have a few more challenging shots to sort of separate my film from other action films in this short film competition. And I wanted to add a few challenging shots to just make it a bit more interesting, fun to watch. I got some feedback as well from my target audience. What I got from the feedback was very, very positive. I got a 10 out of 10 review. Nothing could be done better, where, I mean, it just speaks for itself. This really, really helps with the promotion of the film, because people see that it's got a very, very high review, that it means that people trust it and that it's going to be good. I also got another review down here that says that the effects look real and time construction wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, which also will get more attention for the film. Yeah, so this is my trailer.
Hello, this is Vince.
Hi there, Vince. I have a job that I think you'd help me out with. Hey guys, can you back off?
Are there any questions? I've
Why did you choose to do a short film?
The reason I chose to do a short film is because I thought that I could use lots of challenging shots and get more knowledge on camera work.
Why did you choose to have so much action?
The reason I chose to use so much action is because my age range is 12 to 18 years old, and in all the feedback surveys that I got, what they wanted to see was fast-paced action shots. So I tried to include as many as possible. At the start of my film, there is a lot more talking and setting up of the story, but also due to time constraints, I did have a bit of a problem with recording a few of the scenes at the start of my film, which will be added.
What do you think that you've learnt from making a short film for your final major project?
What I've learned from making a short film for my final major project is that location recce's are extremely important, and making sure that all of the pre-planning is done before you start doing the film, because I did not have enough time to travel to a location I wanted to film at, and I didn't factor that in to my 2 days that I had with the actors filming.
So how did you work around that then?
I worked around it by sort of on our sort of lunch break during the day. I was just searching, and we went to one of the locations, but it wasn't quite the effect that I was trying to get. I also learnt lots of new camera techniques filming this production.
How did you do the gun effects? Was that After Effects or?
It was Final Cut Pro.
Okay.
I just got a pre-keyed image and then sort of masked it, put it over the photo, did it frame by frame.
Cool.
I've sent out a feedback survey, if you can please answer it.
Cool.